Okay. Feeling good? Feeling hot? Feeling sexy? All right. So, today I'm going to talk to you about the things I wish I knew before I had sex. Seriously though. There's a few things that I wish I would have known. And they're not probably what you're thinking, you know. I'm not thinking like, oh, I wish I would have knew that trick or that trick or how to stretch in that way. No, no, no. That's not what I'm talking about. No, what I'm talking about is I wish I would have known the difference between making love and having sex. I wish I would have known the difference between giving yourself and sharing yourself. I wish I would have known the difference between real love and self-love and no love. Because believe me, I got confused with no love and real love. Don't ask me how. It happened. Maybe it happened to you. You already know how. But seriously though, a couple questions though I wish that I would have asked myself throughout my time was like, how much do you love you? You know? Like, I mean literally, like how much are you loving you right now? Because I did not ask myself that question. And there are so many times where I was not loving myself. I was not loving myself. If I would have loved myself, I think I would have known the difference between making love and having sex. I'm just saying. But you know, going into that, I can tell you what I think the difference is between making love and having sex. I mean, I think that having sex is kind of this, there's a few ways it could be different. You know, very physical. Like some people, oh my God, some people are just so physical that they don't even think. I mean, there is a place where that's like a right thing. It's like, oh man, yeah, you know, we're just totally connected with each other that we didn't have to think. You know, it was just happening. It was just like perfect. It was like, fuck yeah. But then there's this point where it's like, wow, are you like not even here with me right now? Kind of feels like you're not. You know, and that's when I mean like they're super physical. They're just like, oh my God, like boobs, oh my God, like butt, or like, oh my God, nakedness. So like a veil just goes over their brain and they just can't like function because they're just like zoomed in. Trippy. But then there's the people on the other end who are like so in their mind, you know, they're like so in their mind, and let me tell you, guilty. Sometimes I've just been so in my mind, like I couldn't even relax. I was just like, oh my God, are you, this is good, right? You're having fun? You're having fun there? Me too, yeah, I'm totally having fun. Yeah, I'm totally having fun. Like, oh, it's fun. It's fun. This is fun. Oh my God, we're having sex. Yay. This is great. You know, this is fantastic. You're so hot. Yeah. See what I'm talking about? No, 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 no. That's not what I want for my life anymore. Not what I want for my life anymore. I feel like there's this difference when you, when you're like in it, you know? When you can tell that that person is, you're both just totally in it. There is no world. There is no world. I mean, it's like an animal, but a very celestial thing, you know? It's very godly. And it honestly, like, I remember this one time I was in this class and I was telling this teacher, you know, she asked me, oh, so you have a boyfriend? You know, and I was like, yeah, totally. Been dating for a while. And she's like, do you worship him? And I was like, this woman, is she serious right now? Do I worship him? Like, what is he, Jesus Christ? No, I don't worship him. AKA I was brought up a little bit religious. But, so I was like, that's crazy. But when I thought about it at another level, you know, when I met that person who saw me as more than just what I saw myself as, You know, like when they saw me as this like beautiful being, this like beautiful light. And I was like, wow. You know, like all of a sudden I could see them and I could see me in them. You know, it was like we were these like celestial beings. We were these gods, you know, who deserve to like worship each other and love each other and really feel and be with each other in a physical, mental, and spiritual way. And that's kind of where I've gotten to this point too, of like seeing the difference between having sex and making love. You know, when you're having sex, it's a very like physical, maybe mental thing. But when you're making love, it's like this spiritual, mental, physical thing. You know, it's everything in one. And that's beautiful. You know, I realized still within myself, this is just my own journeys, like I don't think I could have gotten there had I not learned how to love myself. And that shit took me a long time. It took me a long time, you know. And I think it was because, well, I think it was because I didn't know the difference between giving myself and sharing myself. You know, before when I would have sex, I thought that I had to give myself, you know, give my heart, give my mind, give my spirit, you know, just give it all. Like, let's live that happily ever after. Yay, this is true love. But baby girl, no, that's not the way it is. And it took me some minutes to learn that. It took me some heartbreaks, you know. I realized that when you have sex or when you make love, it's not about giving or taking, but it's about like sharing. You know, it's sharing your body, like saying this is mine, you know, and it doesn't belong to me at the same time because I'm sharing it with you. Now it's like ours, you know, and I'm you and you're me. Like literally when you have sex, guess what? No matter who you are, you're connected. You're one, you know, and when you become one, you should treat each other like yourselves, you know. I mean, and some people think that's bad because they treat themselves bad. I treated myself so bad, you know. I treated myself so bad. I kind of just gave myself pretty recklessly, and I did it with good intentions, you know. Every time I had sex, and this is the other thing, like some of you girls out there, y'all might be like me, and I need to tell you this, you know. Sometimes every time I would either be in a relationship or have a sexual relationship with a guy, in my mind and in my body, I was making love to this guy. You know, like I am giving him my heart and I'm giving him my soul. But in his mind, he was having sex, you know. And I think that before you have intercourse with somebody, before you have sex, before you exchange your energetic and your bodily fluids with each other, that you talk about it. You say, you know, so is this just gonna be like a thing? Are we just gonna like have sex tonight and that's it? Or are we gonna do this every once in a while? Are you doing like, and don't, I mean, things can grow, you know, so you can start saying, but be honest, you know, be honest with each other the whole time. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying, people. Be honest with each other. Be honest. Don't be afraid to say, you know what, I'm not looking for nothing serious, but I just want to have sex tonight. You cool with that? Yeah, I am. No, I'm not actually. I'm not cool with that at all. Sorry. You know, you're hot, but that's not my jam. You know? Just be honest. Like, I feel like one of the huge things that is not talked about is about talking about sex. It's so important just to talk about sex, to talk about what you're expecting out of it, what you're wanting out of it. And what I mean by expecting, I mean, gosh, don't go expecting porn stars, fellas, because that's just not the way it is, first off. Second off, I could just go off like on expectations, but I won't do that. I won't do that today. I will not do that today. But what I will say is just love yourself. I mean, love yourself before you give yourself, before you share yourself with someone. I had a friend who told me, I can only love someone who loves me as much as I love me. And I loved that. Think about it. I can only love someone who loves me as much as I love me. And it just means love yourself. Love yourself. And that right partner, the person who will make love to you, the person who will worship you, will come, you know? And maybe the people that you're with they cannot see themselves worshiping you, or you can't see yourself worshiping them. You're like, oh my God, that's weird, you know? Like, I don't even know. I mean, I have sex with this guy, but I don't know if I like him that much. Think about that. Think about that. Why are you having sex then? Anyways, it's just, I mean, I'm not judging. I mean, these are all my stories. This is on my mind, so I'm just sharing it with you. Okay, now you know. Love yourself. Share yourself with someone who loves you as much as you love you. Talk to you soon. Bye.